Hello, my people. Welcome back to my channel. Marco here for another Shawn Mendes reaction. This is now my second Shawn Mendes reaction here on my channel. Isn't that enough? No. Well, actually, it's not enough because I'm going to check out more of his stuff. So, Isn't That Enough is actually the second song in which he released. Well, he released both brand new songs, Why, and Isn't That Enough, together. I just haven't heard this song yet. So we're going to be checking out the official lyric video for this song as I read the lyrics and listen to the song for the very first time. If you guys want to check out my previous reaction, which was my very first reaction to Shawn Mendes, Why, please check that out in the Shawn Mendes playlist. Of course, the link to that is in the description below. Let's get into this. Isn't that enough? I don't know, Shawn, you tell us. Here we go.
Sweet is the sun.
Wow.
Warm is the rain. June is the month.
Is it now? I'm a July baby, so.
Free is the day. My hands still shaking. My mind still racing.
Woo.
My heart still breaking in two. I'm still changing. My friends stay patient.
Oh.
My still calls for the new. Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? Gone
Wow.
are the birds. Close are the tears.
Gone are the birds, close are the tears.
House full of love.
House full of love.
Space for your fears.
Space for your wow.
And still shaking. My mind still racing. My heart still breaking in two. I'm still changing. My friends stay patient. My mother still calls for the new.
Again, hitting it out of the park with these lyrics, man.
Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough?
And we end off with whistling. And we're fading to black? Wow, this is very consistent with Why. It has this folkiness to it. And I don't know if you would specify that this genre itself is considered folk. I could be wrong. I'm not a genius when it comes to musical theory, although I would like to learn more about that. But it has that quality of folkiness, I guess you would call it, like Why. Both songs complement each other so very well. I'm beginning to wonder now if the entire album is going to have this sound as well, right? It seems to be where this is going. I don't know, but the lyrics, oh boy, we got to do this again. This was a beautiful little lyric video, even though the imagery is just kind of repeating itself. No matter. They took the time to actually shoot something, at least with live people. So let's do this again. The sparks of flame, I love that. The moon, so beautiful.
Sweet is the sun.
Do you guys know the film Where the Wild Things Are? That's one of my favorite movies. I have a lot of favorite movies, but Where the Wild Things Are, one of my favorite films. Oh my God, I cry watching that movie so very much. And the soundtrack to that movie is mwah. beautiful. Just so beautiful. Take a listen to that if you haven't before, or if it's been a really long time since you've listened to it, because I know the movie's come out years ago now, but even still, Karen O, who is the lead singer of the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, she helped put together that OST for the movie. And she goes under the banner Karen O and the Kids, because a lot of the extra voices singing with her on those tracks for the movie are kids, a choir of kids. And so it's actually really interesting because she divorced the director of the movie, but they've been like close friends even after that whole ordeal. So he asked her to be a part of the movie in terms of the music, and they worked together on the soundtrack. This song, even more so than Why, Isn't That Enough feels like it could be taken right out of the soundtrack from Where the Wild Things Are, especially the songs on that album where Karen O and the choir of children are actually singing with lyrics. And then listen to something like this. Yeah, very healing, I feel.
Sweet is the sun.
It's beautiful because it sounds like he's actually singing. Shawn is singing with a choir.
Warm is the rain.
Now, I don't know if he's singing, I would assume he's singing with
June is the month.
different people. It's not just him singing over his voice multiple times.
Is the day.
Now, I love the beginning here because he's using opposites here to tell this little story. Sweet,
Is the sun.
but the sun isn't really sweet. The rain is more sweet because it's water, right? But warm is the rain instead of warm is the sun. So he switched it around a bit. June
Is the month.
is a month, baby. Still summer, so I'll accept it. Free is the day. None of this takes place during the day in this video, by the way.
Shaking, my mind still racing, my heart still breaking.
Oh my god, when those voices come in.
I'm still changing, my friends stay patient.
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Still calls for the news.
My mom still calls for the news. Is it? Oh my god, that's so relatable. My mom doesn't stop calling me, as a matter of fact. But this sound here, wait. What do you, is that a harmonica? Correct me if I'm wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I ask questions so that I can learn. I'm very inquisitive. So is that a harmonica? Because that sound in and of itself is all over that Where the Wild Things Are soundtrack, bro.
Stay patient, my mother still calls for the news. Isn't that enough? Isn't that
enough? Is this his guitar? This specific shot is him, yeah? Gone are the birds.
close our tears?
Where are you where gone are the birds?
Close for love.
I gotta go back.
Close our tears.
Where are you that the birds are gone, but the tears are close? Huh. You know, I'm beginning to wonder and think that anywhere you are in the world where there are no birds, when you stop and actually think about it, you take in your surroundings, it is a pretty scary, isolated, lonely place. Because where the fuck are there no birds? There's probably a ton of places around the world where there's no birds. But I'm only saying, you know, I'm a city boy, but I kind of grew up in front of a farm as well when I was much younger. But still, birds are everywhere. You know, the annoying birds, the pretty birds, the cute birds, the dangerous birds. I was just in LA a month ago, and that place had crows all over the place. Scary as shit. They get close, man. Scary as shit. And we have crows in Toronto, but not like a murder of crows like they do in LA. They stay up in the palm trees, in case you didn't know. Scary. But I'm only starting to think now that, like, if you go to any place around the world and there's no birds, that's really scary. You will feel alone. But he goes on to say, a house full of love, space for your fears. You really do have a space for your fears and maybe even your tears when you do have a house full of love. I love that. Oh my God, so relatable. So relatable. This really does sound like isolation because, like, all in the same verse, you know, a place where gone are the birds, okay? Close are the tears. It sounds like he's far away someplace where there's no birds, but the damn tears are coming in close. But he's in a house full of love. And that's a space for your fears. So he can cry. He can cry if he wants to. My hands still shaking. My mind still racing. My heart still breaking in two. I'm still changing. My friends stay patient. My mother still calls for the news. I do like that he says his friends stay patient because they're giving him time. The time that he needs. All the time he needs in this house of love in this safe space to let out his fears. I love how he says mother, though. My heart's still breaking in two. I'm still changing. He's still changing. My friends stay patient. My mother stay. Mother, I love that. My mother. My friends stay patient. My mother still calls for the news. But what news is she calling for specifically? Isn't that enough? Isn't that enough? If he's doing okay, if he's doing all right, she wants an update on him. The whistling is beautiful in the end, and you know there's whistling in the Where the Wild Things Are soundtrack as well. If that's not a harmonica, I don't know what it is. But harmonica, whistling, and a choir of voices, a guitar, acoustic guitar, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But I really love this because I can only imagine being in this setting with him and all these other people, bonfire, and them all singing and playing the guitar together. This song would sound absolutely magical in this, especially at night in this setting. Wow. Damn, that was beautiful. Has Shawn seen Where the Wild Things? He probably has. If he hasn't, he needs to watch that. Yeah, it was Spike Jonze. He directed Where the Wild Things Are, and that was in 2009. I was about to say 2008 off of memory, but it's 2009. He also directed Her with Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson. That's a great fucking movie. Anyways, he really took that book, which is a classic, straightforward, really simple book that has, like, I don't know how many sentences there are. Not very many. The majority of the story is in the illustrations of that book. But he really took that book as the foundation, the blueprint for what he eventually created with that movie, what he added on to that movie. And that movie is so emotional and psychologically heartwarming, sad, heartbreaking, and joyful all the emotions of growing up and breaking through the barrier of childhood. Oh, it is so beautiful. But listening to the song takes me back to that movie and that soundtrack. So I highly recommend you guys watch it if you haven't already. Guys, what did you think of this song, Isn't That Enough? And this, well, it's not a music video, but lyric video. Let me know in the comments below. I thought this was absolutely beautiful. For its simplicity, it was so beautiful. Guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for spending all this time with me as I check out some more Shawn Mendes for Isn't That Enough? I do want to check out more of the songs on the album. The album hasn't dropped yet, so I will be checking that out as they drop, maybe as the songs drop periodically, or maybe I'll do a full-on album reaction. Although there are more than 5 songs on that album, so it will probably get blocked here on YouTube, so I might have to do that over on my Patreon if you guys are interested in that. Let me know in the comments below. That's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for spending all this time with me. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We'll speak again real soon. Peace.